GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. Action, Dabatola, Toki in the zone. Breaking down the latest, straight to your phone. From Web 2 shifts to Web the waves. News, deep dives, hot takes for days. Tech's evolving, the world's in spin. Markets move, let's lock it in. Genzio's here, no time to snooze. Tune in now, get the news. GM. Wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show.
GM, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to another stream here. And yeah, we're going to get into a little bit chatter about Bitcoin, what's going on in the market, and all that fun stuff. Toki, my man, how are you doing this morning?
GM, dude, it's been quite the morning. Just finished up that Volta space. Wow. Zach Gall from Bitcoin Zach, if you guys have not met him yet. Oh my gosh. He was just laying down literally their whole entire roadmap like it was nothing. And then at the end, he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said some of that. And we're like, it's too late now. It's recorded. So good space, good time this morning. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I don't even know how Bitcoin is doing whatever it's doing right now, but 108 Bitcoin, like, I ain't gonna be mad about it.
Yeah, no, we're 107.3 right now. We were over 108 in the last hour or so. So good moves there. I know right now a lot of people I think are still focused in on Powell's hearing. Let me see. I don't know if I have audio in that browser. Might have to have you do it, but we could always pull that up for a minute and see if anything important is being said. I will take a look here. Let's see if there's a good feed for that. I think it's still been going on. I was watching it for a little bit.
I was watching it earlier, but I don't know.
Let's see. What do we want to do it on? Which? Let's see if. Oh, it's concluded. I guess it might have. Did it just end? Yeah, I guess so. And some of the streams are still up, so we just missed it. But
I think 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think. Look, they actually probably ended it like 5 minutes ago, so they went probably a little over their allotted time. They thought it's all good. The main thing here is that we saw a couple of candles on a little bit what they were talking about, but ultimately they're trying to get interest rates down. I think here in the future, I know there's been a little bit of flip-flopping on how inflation's going, how global economy's going. There's also that conflict that was just recently ending, question mark. Who knows?
Question mark.
Who knows what could possibly come? But 107K Bitcoin is great, and everyone is stoked that we pump back up here a little bit. So look at this in the comments already. Here joining us is of course our boy Blue. He obviously wants to know what's Bitcoin doing. Well, it is hopefully going to continue to move up, and it's getting bought up by institutions left and right. Retail, unfortunately, I don't think has much money at all. If you do, and you do have some cash on the side, I'm not saying the top blast is basically at all-time high. I mean, you're going to have, pullbacks different days as we saw. Look at, anything could happen in the world and could cause the markets to react. But I think a good DCA strategy into Bitcoin and having that in portfolio is really important, because we've seen alts just not performing, and there's nothing for certain that's going to say that they will perform. I do think we'll have those that run, but I think a little bit of people are a little bit too invested into their bags, maybe a little bit underwater. And, I'm guilty of this as well. Get a little delusional. So I think having a good
Why I gotta say
base,
that?
well, because it is. I get there myself. I'm not even lying. I'm like kind of trick myself into, hey, this is going to do things. I'm not saying I'm going to dump that bag, cut my losses. Couple I have, but I need to reality check myself here. I need to take a step back. I need to look at my portfolio and say, look, I do believe in Bitcoin. I always have. That needs to be a significant part of my portfolio, and not be deterred about it's hard to get to, say, being a whole coiner. You just slowly chip away, and you're DCAing in right now at $5-10 a day. And if that's money you don't need to spend, and it's money you're trying to save or put in your bank account, a year from now, you're not going to have really any interest on it. But on Bitcoin, it could be 2-3x if you're looking longer. So it could go even more. Now, oh, look, I see Action here.
Yeah.
Wanting a link. I don't know why he's not prepared here. And let me get him a link. Why he just doesn't log in. You got him?
Yeah.
I guess his studio is challenged this morning. Action's you know what? He's probably not able to fully use it to a degree, because I think he's having some air condition issues over there, and he's been trying to get that fixed. So maybe that's impacting his.
I wonder if the other
situation.
system is down. His other electrical system.
But who else do we got here? I know I said Blue. We got Down Home Crypto GM. We have Golar in the house, GM, my man, and welcome and thank you guys for all supporting. Look at this. Look, we got a new one on YouTube to all the retards. Hey, what's going on? You must have been in my comments this morning, and I'm going to pull this up. Although we haven't been in the trenches much, yesterday we showed Banana Gun and how awesome that is. Well, I had the craziest project tag in my good morning tweet. And if you want to see what it is, you could jump in there and go through the tweet. Make sure to like it and leave a comment as well. But I'm going to pull that up here in just a little bit. And it's funny. And it gives me the vibes of Ticker Bitcoin, of Sonic Obama, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Inu, I can never even think. But that's Bama's homies and his crew. And it gives me those sort of vibes already on a small market cap, just a month old, and the chart isn't bad. So we'll get to that in a little bit. I think it's really funny. Who else we got in here? We got Vanity GM. Thank you for joining us. Corgi, thank you as well. You're always tapping in with us on the daily. And Itachi. And Itachi wants to know, what's the next target? 120K. I saw something that was saying that if all these, if there's all these liquidations go through, I forget how many billion it was. I'm going to try to find it. It might have been around 11 billion. It said it could shoot us to 117K Bitcoin. So that's not too far off from the 120 mark. I think, though, once you start getting to new all-time highs, people start taking a little bit of profit and you start to get that retracement. So I'm expecting us to push to a new all-time high, maybe 3 to 5K over our last all-time high. And that would put us probably around that 117 or so range. And then I think it might come back a little bit before it steps up. And that's pending we don't get any crazy news, Iran doesn't act up again, or something else that we can't.
But what's it going to take?
What's
it going to take for that buy up to happen? Because there's got to be some type of news then, right?
Well, they're talking about liquidations of 11 billion, I think was.
I do see some of the stuff that you're talking about, but where's that liquidation going to come from?
Oh, let me see if I pull up some of this information I had. And here we go. He was talking about that. We also have Juan. Sorry, and Smurf. So there's a bunch of people that are joining, and I think they want to see that chart. And I swear we will get to that.
There's a bunch of crazy coins coming out right now.
I don't know. This is one of the wilder ones that I've seen. And then there was this. God, let me see if I can just pull it up on maybe we just start getting to it now, or do you want to talk a little bit more Bitcoin and see if Action? I want Action in here because I want to see his reaction to this as well.
So from my perspective, I'm seeing more and more. I haven't found another article right now. 11 billion.
If you can, if you want, share
short
your
squeeze
screen.
incoming.
Share your screen. Let's see something.
It's just got all these extra ads on it, so I'm trying to get some of the pop-ups off.
No worries. I'm trying to find this comment here and the other thing so that when I do share my screen, I have all this, because there was some stuff in there that was just too funny. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm pulling this chart up. I think it's under here.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see what
all
happens.
right, cool. Oh, why do we, is Action here already flossing his banners?
Is he?
We're going to hide that. But you know what we are going to do? Where is it? Hold on. I had
Banana gun. Hopefully you actually got your Banana Pro up there. Oh, actually, yeah, this is important, guys. Make sure you're checking out that link tree. There's a lot of good stuff right there. But
yeah, if you hit the link tree, there's a bunch of stuff in there, and the Banana Gun link is in there as well, and we could check that out. But let's further cover this a little bit, and then we could get into a little bit of DGen here in the middle of Wednesday, and hopefully the DGen plays pump, because it looks like we're getting a green candle here, and that usually starts moving your alt. So hopefully Solana, ETH, the rest will start moving.
Hopefully so. No, so this is where we're seeing an $11 billion Bitcoin short squeeze incoming, question mark, of course. The best crypto to buy now before the breakout. Of course, this is from something called the Cryptonomist. I don't know if that's how you say that, but that's what
hey, that's the way we're going to say it here, all right? I think everyone knows what's going on.
So we're seeing people think that there's the possibility of a violent short squeeze up to 117, possibly 126. That's crazy. That is to me a crazy number as far as how high it could go. But then again, like, people are checking out the charts. They're seeing a potential step up. They're seeing where it could be leading. I wish there was a bit more TA into that one, but that's a big pressure jump.
I would love to see 10K pump up on Bitcoin. You know, get a bunch of people all fueled up on their altcoins. Maybe we could get a little bit of momentum going, or at least enough momentum with alts that the summer doesn't further wreck them. And I think
here you go. That's from Cointelegraph right there.
Yeah, they could be wiped to Bitcoin, and it jumps 10%. Do you think if we start moving that fast, that institutions will start to FOMO in at that? Or do you think that do you think most people will let this kind of go, and then on the retrace maybe come back? Because the further we get away from 100K, it was very surprising, considering all the conflict and us actually bombing Iran, that we just tucked under that. We just touched like into 98, 99 very, very quickly. We're holding overall very strong for a couple months now, pretty much over 100K. So the further we get away from that, I know we'll have retracements and people taking profit, but I still feel like more and more institutional money's coming in. You got the Fed clearing banks to allow all sorts of crypto activities. So maybe we're going to see this next wave of institution money come in.
So do you think that's going to push just the whole entire TradFi into, you can't even call it, there's not really DeFi. It's just going to be TradFi extended, digitized?
I don't know. I mean,
because like it doesn't.
It's yeah.
I get that they're saying that banks can do what they want now, but now it's just kind of like, okay, you already said that there's no regulations. So what does that mean?
Well,
what are they going to do? Can they just create CDs out of nothingness based around these? Like,
what if big banks just start offering, your ability to swap or buy your fiat in your bank accounts to crypto? Just like, for example, like within Bank of America, you have
Merrill but they're not going to federally insure it.
Maybe the state will, depending on the state and the branches.
I don't see how the FDIC
Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't insure it yet, but maybe they allow it. Where that's the thing. It's similar to like, I believe banks with safety deposit boxes and such, like they're secure, but they're not insured. Not even up to the normal, like your bank accounts. Maybe certain banks do, but the big branches that still have them, I don't believe they do that. But what if big banks start offering the ability to say, hey, look at, you have X amount of money in your savings account. Feel free to swap that for our fee and we'll custody it for you. And now you have like a wallet next to your bank account in your app for Bank of America. So your checking, your savings, and your and your crypto or your Bitcoin. I don't know. I mean, these are things that they could be working on, especially because I feel like, or we know that banks are working on chains in private. We also have big push with stable coins. So maybe they tie some of this stuff in and do what a lot of exchanges are doing is they're making the money off the fees, right? So that's how the banks will make their money. So
that's definitely how the banks are going to be taking their portion of it. That's what they already do as far as international transfers and bank transfers.
I feel that if mass adoption is to come for people to invest into, say, just like Bitcoin in general, right? I think one saving grace for big banks could be if they insured, not the 250, but they insured and custodied your crypto, right? That could get normies to completely be like, all right, I have whatever. Let's just say, I grew to 1 million and they're responsible for it. And it just transfers through your account.
And what I have an issue with is that right now
it's against self-custody for
there's just so many broken things with banks. Like if I go talk to PNC and then I go talk to Navy Federal and I'm like, hey, can you guys send money to each other? And they're like, I don't really know about that. That sounds, and it's the same currency, And they're like, oh, we can withdraw it from that other bank. We'll take their money and put it into ours. We'll do that withdrawal with you. You have to initiate the withdrawal though. I'm like,
but maybe
I understand what you're saying to a degree, but again, that's what I'm saying is the issue. They're making money on all of those individualized transfers.
Yeah, but they can make money on the transfer and on the swap and on the custody of it too, if you wanted.
They could. I know
I'm
they're
just
going
saying that big banks could use this sort of angle. Now, it's personally because I self-custody, like I
see the downsides.
I choose it
because we self-custody.
Yeah.
I see the downsides of like, I don't want to spend all that extra money. Now the bank's going to be able to take so much more in fees, but they're going to be like hidden into the system.
But let's just picture like parents' generation or other people who are not finger on the pulse and they have a bank account and they feel that if it's insured, whatever, they just do it through that. They might be willing to sacrifice the fees here and there because they're now involved in an asset class that's growing faster than any of the other ones. It's just sort of like, it's just what you have to pay in order to do business.
No,
like
you're trading. What you're saying on that, friend. I hear what you're saying.
It's essentially you're paying for an insurance policy. Realistically, is what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
But look at this. We got Action watching but not participating in stream today. So everyone feel free to go over to his page and give him some not so positive or positive comments. No, you can. Give him a thumbs up or yeah, he wants a thumb. Action wants a thumb. So give him a thumbs up or two. He'll enjoy that and maybe he'll make it to stream. But let's pull up.
So
I can't. I want to pull up my screen, but I just don't want to pull it up right to what it's on right now because I might shock and scare a few people.
Yeah, you could say that. That's how I felt.
I'll do the chain of events of how like the morning went. How about that?
Go for it.
All right, so we're gonna. Is that? No, let's remove you.
That's fine.
All right.
Why would you remove me? You could have just went to the next one down.
So
it's fine.
It's all right. Studio's always changing, everyone. All right. So everyone, first off, just because I don't think I mentioned it really, smash that thumbs up on YouTube, leave a comment, share it out. Helps with the algorithm. We appreciate it. Same with X. And and if you get in the posts or get in the GM posts or anything that I'm doing, I do look and comment and read back, and I do look at different tokens, regardless of what they are, whether, you know, from Bitcoin all the way down to your smallest market cap memes, everything in between. All of last year, I was a complete degen in the trenches. This year, I eased up a bit, and now
A bit. Thank God.
yeah. But with Banana Gun, that web app version, I've been really keeping my eye and using the watch list and doing things. But even with doing that, there's really interesting projects that I've missed. Ones that are funny. Ones are the true essence of a meme. And today, in my comments on Twitter, I see something. I was like, "What's this? Wait, what's the name exactly?" And then I got a bunch of comments. It was kind of funny. So let me first let's see where I could start to pull this up without shocking too many people. That's kind of a shock. All right, let's go here. So we got this. Clantard Anus is always down on ETH, and here's the contract. And we had some stuff, and then where was it? Was this the loop? So then I see this, and then I had to go to the website.
Shrek 2 Hulk Simba.
Right? So let's get
pretty
to the
easy to remember.
Look,
this is pretty easy to remember.
No. Yeah, that was the best comment. Pretty easy to remember. I started laughing my ass off. Look, and we got a bunch of people here from them in the YouTube now. So welcome to the chat, guys. Hit sub on the channel and definitely roll through. Appreciate it. I love a good meme, and even the comments were funny. Yeah,
so down.
Easy to remember. So I messaged this over to a bunch of people in Telegram, and I'm like, "Yo, you have to check this out." They're like, "Wait, what?" And then you pull up the chart, and it's sitting at 510K. It was at 600 when I saw it earlier, and had 20K in volume. And this is about a month old. And look, I'm not going to BS you. I see a ton of memes, and just what was it yesterday on stream? We saw 3 rug right in front of us, just casually browsing. Right, at least 3 that rug. So this is a month, and I just have a feeling this is one of those cloud. And next thing you know, you're at 5 or 10 million. We've seen it happen before. Like I said, I'm going to hop into the Telegram because I haven't really been a full degen lately. I'm kind of getting that itch a little. Maybe it's, you know, kind of bored with the market, just chopping it up. So now I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go to the Telegram, see what these guys are about, see what they got planned, and see if they could get that token back up there. Look at, I mean, in the last month, they had got to, let's go to the market cap here on this one. Just over 1.6. So look at that. I think we look into it. They got 922 holders in the last month. That looks good. 70K in liquidity.
You might want to check your stream.
What stream? Which one?
I'm being told from several sources that your feed is rugging. Huh?
Which rug? Let's see. Did YouTube rug here?
I don't know. Let me go check.
It looks like it did. No, I think we're back. Hold on. Are we back, everyone? You left, right? Yep, you left. You're back. We're back. Are we back?
I'm not actually sure that we're back.
Now. Well, sorry, guys, for it shitting the bed, but if it makes you feel any better, Shrek 2 Hulk Simba Anus Hannah Montana in you, and that chart is making a bounce back, and that is not shitting the bed. Although with the anus in there, maybe they want it to shit a little bit, but in a positive way. All right, so at least we're back here. And look, this is like I was saying, the heart of what I love about Memecoins, and I've been itching to be a little bit more degen. So I want to see what the community is all about and see what they could do with this. I mean, look at 600K market cap. That's what's good. They rugged YouTube talking about a meme token. That's my sign to walk away. Sorry, no go. Well, at least they didn't fully rug it, so that's the good thing. And we're still here. But
do you know what's crazy?
What's that?
So I went to go look at another source to see what was going on, and it said that it had reverted back to our intro, and it was doing a countdown on the other screen that I could see, and I was like, yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know like what happened or what we did or who got angry at us, but that was a good one. See, this one's clearly going to the moon, guys. They don't even
Yeah,
want you to know
they want
about
to
it.
suppress it. They want to suppress it. I don't know. I
It's
haven't
easy
looked.
to remember.
I haven't looked directly at their X account here, but you know what? They're small right now. They're a month old. God, look at this. That's a funny account actually. So
Is that Murad?
they're following a few people here. Maybe we'll get a follow, but we'll check it out. I'm going to check out their Telegram in a little bit. We saw their website. I want to see how crazy the memes are. Oh, I mean, I'm sure this community is fun. They're
They're
turned up, like I
docile,
said.
you know? That's docile-ish.
This is sort of like the meme of all memes if you were on like mushrooms or DMT. Just hang out and look at any of these animations.
Nah.
Get lost in their X account here.
I mean, like the DMT, sure, I could see like getting in on that one, but like the mushrooms, nah, it's too much of a nature vibe. You have to go.
Well, maybe there'll be some more naturistic characteristics in future memes there.
Got to get more of the swamp, if you know.
So look, this is. I want to point this out about this token real quick. So this is a CTO, which they have rebranded to an RTO, and you can just see what that means here in the comments. So they have taken every aspect of a meme coin and branded it to their own spin here. So it says, no, bro, do your research, follows suit. No, I figured as much, and yeah, I haven't had much time to do research, to be honest with you. Sneaks, I just in the last hour or so got some comments and was like, hey, I'll pull it up, and literally pulled it up pretty much live here, and we're seeing it. But I really appreciate the community coming out and jumping out in the stream here. Maybe you guys will get
so long to figure out what the HPOS one was, because I was like,
oh,
that's the one's name that they're referring to, and I was like, oh my god, no, it's Harry Potter Obama.
Yep. Yeah, no, man, where's Bama?
Bama when you need him?
Bama stops in here every once in a while. If you guys don't know Bama, you definitely should be following him. But no, like, we've just been pulling it up live here, and like I said, I'm going to jump in the Telegram after this and BS with the community. And you guys are just about a month old. It looks like a fun meme, and I'll come check it out. Blue's in the comments. Blue, for everyone who doesn't know my boy Blue there, he's been in the trenches and in the bear market and from the last cycle. And we were all in the trenches with meme coins last year. And as we know, 99.9% of them don't really do much. A lot of them fizzle out within a couple weeks. Even the ones with staying power right now, because of the market, it's still hard to get some traction and to, do well. But there are a few that emerge, and if you're going to be involved in any community, you got to be part of one that's having a good time. And
if they're not having a good time,
I think these guys are having a good time. Guys and gals are having a good time. So I'm gonna check it out. But no, appreciate you guys showing up to YouTube and on X. Do me a solid and follow, and we'll keep an eye on the token. If you guys got anything interesting, feel free to raid me, let me know. And like I said, we'll chat in Telegram, and look forward to seeing what you guys are doing. And I think Bubbles, you were in the comments. Now appreciate the support. So let's what else do we got? God, I don't even know. You know what? I'll just show myself right now for a second. Hey, if you go to my linktree.dabatola.
Bro, that's more than a link tree.
Yeah, I got like a link forest here, everyone. I'm going to pull up the banner here just because if you go to here, there is everything. We have a public Telegram channel that we hang out and BS in and just go over pretty much anything.
Check the charts.
Yeah, as long as you're not mean or talking shit to each other and, trying to help each other out, then feel free to join in the public Telegram. I'm working on a website. We have all these places that the stream goes to: YouTube, Twitter, Arena, Instagram. We post on Instagram. I mean, everywhere. Live on Kick and Twitch, Rumble. No OnlyFans. Maybe maybe that's going to be for like when the stream ends, then that one goes. So keep an eye on the link tree or follow me, and then you'll
That
be
after show
you'll
especially,
be
you
the
know what I'm
first one to know. But if it makes you feel any better, I guess I'm sort of halfway there to streaming OnlyFans, because you see this part, but the bottom part I have no pants on. That's just the way we stream over here. So camera's up here. I won't walk back there because then you might see more than you should.
At
And
least he's got pants on.
yeah. So here, I'm going to pull this up real quick because let me close this. So this was the bananagun.io that we were talking about in the web interface, and I got this right off my link tree. Yes, there is a referral code there, but I wanted to show everyone real quick because it has your new deploys, what's close to migration, and what your new pairs are here. And it has an action, and I went over this yesterday. He's got a great video on YouTube. We should try to grab the link and share that in the chat. But I mean, you could tell what the dev's holding, every single thing about this, and it's the fastest out there, period. So if you're in the trenches, I highly suggest checking this out. I don't care if you use my referral link or anything like that. You can go straight to the site and just check it out, click around a bit, see if the info is good. I mean, this is sort of pulling me back into the trenches. It might be a good tool for you guys. So if you get a chance, check that out as well. But yeah, this is, I feel weird. Like I can't say this comment, but I can, because I know like the world supposedly took it back, and supposedly YouTube also eased its
restrictions.
But I don't believe that if they just happened to glitch on me for like 30 seconds when we said it. So I have a feeling we are not. I didn't even look. There's no way we're going to catch an algorithm at all, even for a few extra viewers, because we just have too much fun. It's all right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? We might have got a little bit of action. What? Oh, for a second. Oh, you got pull up actions thing on your screen. I see them in the thumbnail below, and you can show everybody. Since Action decided to not show up today when he was supposed to, we'll still let you, in case you've never seen who Action is before, we'll share the screen here. And that's our boy Action, and he has a great video out on Banana Gun, and goes into detail, all the filters, everything. And this is for Solana, just so you guys know. I know we were talking about a meme coin on ETH, but this is Solana. So for all you Solana degens, definitely check it out. Check out Action's video. Also make sure you subscribe to Action's YouTube, because he puts out a lot of gems like this. And he also puts out a ton of mining and passive income videos, different ways where, you could tap in and be, he's like, got his finger on the pulse is usually first, especially with all the mining, the nodes and different things. And he's always doing giveaways with hardware. And that reminds me, we're going to have to do some giveaways here soon. Today's what? Wednesday. I'm going to try to sort something for Friday. I know last week Action was supposed to do a giveaway for Monday. Who left comments? So I'll check Monday's video. And on Friday, I'm going to do a giveaway, and Action's. We're going to complete Action's giveaway from last week. And yes,
we're going to give away Action.
We're going to give away Action. Everyone knows Action. Everyone should know who Action is. He's a legend in the space, one of the nicest, selfless people out there. And he's been a big help.
The first 30 seconds of that video.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Oh, probably also turn on the sound.
No sound.
No sound?
No sound. Or at least I can't hear the sound. I don't know if anyone else heard the sound. I'm assuming that I would need to hear it at the same time. This is sad, Toki. Are you resharing? Is that what's going to go on?
Why is it no sound?
Why is there no share now?
What is happening?
I
I'll figure it
appreciate
out.
the follow. Yeah, you got to share the thing. Let's see if you got the audio.
Okay, here we go.
Your meme coin trades before the.
We're good.
What's going on, my beautiful people from YouTube? If you want that 100x on your meme coin trades before the crowds even hear about them, well, let me tell you how to get there. And it's with a platform called Banana Pro, the fastest trading bot in the market, built by the OG team from Banana Gun. This isn't just hype, guys. I wanted you to understand that this is about execution speed, a web-based performance, and it's just built for serious traders. Here's what it boils down to. If you want early access, lower fees, hit up my link. It's just Banana Pro.
Well, this is where we cut the video now, and you could go watch the rest of it. But
Exactly.
no, but I think a lot of people are starting to use that, and we'll see. I'm sure we're going to see it in the comments coming up of how fast it is and how it's given kind of the upper edge amongst people using just standard swap and buy memes. So Scott and Toki react to action. We'll have a video. We'll have a video of this reacting to action.
I would love to do that. Like Thursdays when we know that he's probably not going to be here, and then we'll just do
Thursdays?
like reacts.
It's starting to be days that end in Y that he doesn't want to show up. See, Action's not even commenting in the chat. He's like, he decided to not show up and not watch.
Ooh.
I hope that the only valid excuse is going to be his air conditions getting fixed, because
I'm
in Texas and I know that he's fixing it. He's supervising. Action's just sitting there probably like making sure they ain't screwing up his house.
Probably.
Hey, you got solar and all sorts of stuff. Next thing you know, people romping around trying to fix your stuff and they break stuff at the same time.
Oh,
no, Action's probably doing it himself. You're probably right. He's probably doing everything but the part where they put the Freon in there. Oh, look at no, actually he's not doing anything. He's just gonna show up once in a while when we say his name. It's like, what's that old school movie? You say what, Candyman in the mirror 3 times and like all the bees come out. You say Action's name 3 times. Bloody Mary. I think that's a game, like when you're a kid to scare people. I think Candyman's the movie, though. I'm old, right. So it's an older movie. It's from the 90s.
What's the Bloody? Maybe Bloody Mary was just a game. I thought that was a movie too.
So Blue wants to fill in the position. Hold on a second, Blue. Yeah. Oh yeah. People don't think we'll do it. Hold on a second. You know what? I'm all about community. I love community. If I know you and I trust that you're not going to come on here and drop a whole bunch of stuff that you're not, I'm going to shoot you a link. And if you want to pop on and say what's up, we'll do live call-ins here. We'll make it fun. You want to get on and talk and BS? Let's see. We'll get the first person here. Let's go.
Especially
where's my boy Blue?
Someone that has been through the trenches too. I think it's always funnier because we hear certain stories about how it's
Blue,
gone.
You got a link. So if you I can't imagine. You could do it on mobile.
He did it on mobile.
You could just say what's up.
Which direction are you? I think you're that way.
Yeah, you could just be like, take the phone and be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Say what's up. We'll patch you through. Are you on? Oh, no, you're not on yet. We'll see if it comes through. Oh, look at this. Golar said he might dox himself on here someday. I won't. It said we're gonna find you at a conference. I'm gonna go live. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I'll only dox you if you want to be doxed, or let you dox yourself. We'll give Blue a few minutes to see if he's gonna click that link and if he can figure out his phone. Oh, it's looking like he can't. Sorry, maybe he's on his way to work and the car is driving him. His Tesla driving him to work. You Californians.
Californians, oh my gosh. It's crazy.
Well, I would like to see this week close with Bitcoin above 110. I don't know, it just sounds nice. 107, 108, it sounds good, but it doesn't sound nice. It doesn't sound like really good, you know? I think we need a 110 to new all-time high.
Hold on. Over 100K?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I'm just, talking smack. It's really awesome that we're over 100K. But I'm just going to let's just all get bored of
No, I get it, I
107,
get it.
108 and channel the energy, and hopefully new all-time high comes. We really want Bitcoin to be strong as hell this summer. We don't want any slowdowns. We're past this conflict thing for now, or hopefully. We really need Bitcoin to start moving. We need any and all money to come in, even if it's all institutional money, because we need the perception with Bitcoin moving that the rest of the economy is starting to pick up, and that people start feeling more confident. That's our boy Blue, and that's action
Out
in
of the blue.
studio, out
No,
of
he's
the blue,
gone.
doing stuff, but he's just
gone.
coming in here to mess with us. Somebody wants to know about Ethereum. What about it? What do we want to know? Let's see. Hold on. What are we looking at? 2,400 down almost 2% in the day, which is only about $50. I mean, I still think Ethereum is going to do really well. I don't see it. I mean, I honestly, I don't know really what more to say about it. Realistically, I think it's going to be one of the first to move in a decent way, like Solana and some of these bigger market cap alts, when Bitcoin really starts moving. If we just slowly climb, I just don't see that money pushing into alts much, and I don't think we'll see that really big multiplier that everyone's was talking about with, say, Ethereum. I think everyone was talking about a 10K ETH, right? Over the last year or two. I don't know. The way things look right now, if Bitcoin just slowly goes up for the rest of this cycle, and we have a couple little pullbacks, I don't know if it'll allow ETH to punch through and really climb that high. I want to see, like I said, I want to see big movement.
Here's the thing. I still say that there's good chances for ETH.
RWA?
RWA, man. RWA, like that. Because you're
going to need a lot of companies and a lot of projects to really get that on chain and quick in big ways, like billions of dollars. And I think it'll come. I'm just wondering, are we going to see that in the next 6 months?
We're talking about a multi-trillion-dollar market. We're talking about that. I think it's in the last year or so, we already added I think it was 10 plus billion. So I'm not too worried. I feel like it's exponentially getting larger every single year. Quite frankly, RWAs didn't exist in less than 5 years ago, realistically.
Sure. Yeah, not in the sense that they're framed to be now.
And now you have stable coins. Now you have the Genius Act. Next 6 months, you could
What's the market
easily
cap
see
of
another $5 billion come online. That'd be an easy operation for what's going on inside the United States.
Is that market cap 291 billion? So in order to get to, if it hit a trillion, we would have a $7,500 or an $8,000 Ethereum. I mean, you'd have to be. I just feel like that's a huge push. I do think RWA will help it, but in the short to medium term, let's say 6 months to a year, or let's just say specifically 6 months to the end of this year, even if we see Bitcoin climb to 150 or 200, and maybe even push over that, I just can't see E3Xing. I think it's going to need more time. Maybe, it's going to sound bad, maybe get to that 5K range if Bitcoin pushes that much. But I feel like it's all institutional money, no retail money. It's going into Bitcoin. Majority's going there. Yes, we've seen BlackRock and stuff go into ETH, but not with the deep pockets. They haven't gone it hasn't big that huge that really big push on it. So,
but where's that other push going to come from on retail? Who has the money on retail?
Retail in numbers. I think you get the economy globally that in a better position, and people feel like that they can invest that they can not just try to save a little, but they can invest that savings and
No
don't
one-
necessarily need it. But nobody
I
has that right now.
but I don't see how you're gonna get that in the near future either.
That's
Like on a
why.
global
That's why the big
setting,
thing with the rate
retail
cuts.
does not have money. There's no
Oh,
rate.
no.
I do not see rate cuts incoming.
All my
I-
comments when I see this stuff online, like politically and with the war stuff, like if I'm semi-serious, it's like, now we need to make the economy great again. And it's not just here. Like obviously here, we need to make sure that we're
Mhm.
doing well, but it's so tied into the rest of the world that in order for
Absolutely.
us to do well, other people have to do well. And that's the move that we need to bring that money in to help really get that alt cycle. And I'm with you. I just don't see the global economy picking up. What I do see is they try to cut rates, they do other things, and the perception that you think things are better are appear for 3, 6, 9 months before the reality of what actually was going on kicks in. So
But
look, Vanity's saying just want ETH to reach 4K. I do too, because when we dropped into 2, a little bit higher than what we are, I picked up a couple extra just because I'm like, oh, this is easily going to go up another 1,000. I'll just make a quick 1,000. Wasn't quick yet. I needed to go up. So I'm with you on the getting at least 4K. I think we will definitely get back there. The time frame though, I think is a little slower than what we're hoping for.
hoping for it, yeah.
So,
So let's say RWA is the major play for ETH.
mhm.
What do you see as far as like other major chains right now? Arbitrum Summer is a massive thing that people are talking about. People have still kind of mentioned like a Solana Summer. I'm not really seeing that.
For RWA or
no.
just in general, what I see.
I'm gonna have to say just in general right now because we know
Sweet.
RWA is gonna be taking a major scene across the board. But
I'm getting more bullish on Sweet.
Sweet,
To be honest, yeah. They
you
have.
see anything new?
No, I'm just straight bullish on them because look, from going to their conference, seeing their gaming device, seeing the projects and all that aspect. And then I can't say a couple of the other things I know just yet because I've been very, very privileged to some information on some projects that when I can mention it, I will to everyone. So, but it's gonna be a really big deal.
Holding some stuff.
I have to, yeah. A little bit, I think I could tell you. We'll talk off stream, but it's several things. And then, somebody had brought it up on another stream I was watching about the old Meta team and what they were doing back in like 2017, 18, 19. And I looked into it a little bit more. And, they were working on, I guess, a quote unquote, like a stable coin. It changed names a couple times. They ran into some regulatory issues and very, very kind of early on. And this was going to be deep seated within, Meta and that whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
And the leaders and the people that were pushing that are running SWI. So they've already
Sure are.
This is 2000. They've already 7-8 years ago had started this sort of journey trying to figure things out. And then now this is what has come from it, like on their own. And we've seen so much movement. And when people talk about all these other chains and these L1s that could be big, I think it's, people try to hype it up. In reality, there's no revenue there. There's not a lot going on, not a lot building. And you can see that because the bigger ones have some, the bigger ones have some money. I hate to say it, to throw kind of events and participate in a lot of them. And when you have stuff like Solana Breakpoint and SWI Basecamp and these, they're doing an event because they have countless projects building on them, already built on them, that they need to show off, that they need to, showing their movement forward. So they have a demand for this. And then there's obviously a community that we see just growing rapidly that supports these events as well. So I really see, and I'm super bullish on SWI. I think just as people have been bullish on Solana coming into, like, let's say the last year and a half, everyone's really been bullish on Solana, saying Solana is going to be like the ETH killer. I think that SWI will be SWI's in the next pecking order. Like if you were to open those little Russian dolls one after the other, you would have Solana or ETH, Solana, SWI, and
Now, we were just talking about a bunch of stable coins and how we're going to see a potential increase in RWAs and such. And now you're talking SWI and how they're kind of a growing name. What do you think about, I'm going to pull up the Genius Act again, and I'm going to say Hedera and their stablecoin studio.
Look, I need to give Hedera props because I feel that they're very I don't want to say undervalued, but underviewed. Is that a word? Like, I feel like they should be getting a lot more attention than what they do. You know, their name should be more and more in the mix. There's a big meme coin community over there, NFT community. There's lots of great projects, and I know I hold a big bag. I got it back end of last year, right before it went up. Still doing good on it. Really bullish. They have a conference as well. Like, we were at that, the HederaCon, and I think we actually should be talking about some more projects that are on Hedera coming up in future streams, because great ecosystem over there and lots of good projects worth noting and worth investing in.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think we're going to see a few more in the near future, just because I know some of my recent conversations have been leaning towards some of the people in the Hedera ecosystem. And quite frankly, I don't think I can go a month without talking to Ken Anderson.
Oh, this is a good one. Pi is the real ETH killer.
I think Pi shot itself. Just saying.
In both feet. Oh, well,
and the kneecaps, bro.
Well, we're at the top of the hour, everyone, on this wonderful Wednesday. Thank you all for tapping in. A bunch of new people joined in on YouTube. I know we pulled up a couple little degen things. If you'd like to see more of that, please feel free.
Hey, what's up?
But it's not something Gen Z is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a
How
hive.
many know we do not understand?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Rebecca's Gen Z Media House.
Oswald, thanks so much for joining us today.